So I'm sure growing up, your parents decided or they told you that you need to go to college, you need to get a master's, a bachelor's degree, an associate's degree to become successful in life. And I myself am not afraid that I dropped out of college, and I do not regret it at all. If anything, I think dropping out of college is the best decision that I've made, or one of the best decisions I've ever made. I've listed some points in my notes app as to why I dropped out and why I believe that it is not necessarily a bad decision to drop out. And I put and like guys, let's just jump straight into number one. All right, guys. Number one is just realizing that when people talk about education, it doesn't always have to equate to going to college, post grad stuff. It doesn't always equate uh, going to university or even community college, guys. A lot of people don't realize that education is not just school, guys. You guys could educate yourselves on books, which of course schools, universities use that, but you can educate yourself. You don't need a mentor to tell you what's right and what's wrong. When the book is right there for you, it has right from wrong. What I think is if you're willing to learn, you're gonna learn. A lot of people that drop out, they just get burnt out and they just give up on learning. But at least for me, I didn't. I never gave up learning. Till this day, even when I'm 30, I'm sure I will still have this urge to learn about something new. It does not have to be about something that I'm interested in. It can be about anything. I'm interested to learn in a lot of things, guys. As for now, I'm focusing on learning about finance. It's kind of crazy because I was majoring in finance, but I dropped out after the first semester. And I want you guys to know that even though if you dropped out, do not be afraid. There's so many other ways to make money. You shouldn't feel like a failure just because you dropped out. College is hard. To be honest, I'm not even sure how all these guys and girls party out every weekend and just not focus on their studies and still pass. And I know, I'm pretty sure cheating is popular in college. I can't say anything because I'm not in university myself. I went to community college for one semester and I kind of found it pointless. So I dropped out. Thought more to do. Let's get into the second point. As I was saying earlier, I can always educate myself on topics that I like. At least for me, I educate myself watching YouTube videos. I know you guys are probably thinking to yourself like YouTube videos, what are YouTube videos doing to help you out? YouTube is the best platform to learn about anything and everything. I bet you if you put up the most random stuff in that search bar, it will pull up something related to that topic, and it will pull up that topic. It's kind of crazy that I know a lot of us Gen Z has been using YouTube to help out a lot. Even math, science, social studies, aka history, science, blah blah blah. I have an interest in my career, and for reasons I won't say my career, but I watch YouTube videos. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and just as the basics of it, going deep into details about just my career. Like how do I do this? How do I do that? You don't always have to scroll through or you don't always have to look at a book. Even though I admit a book is the best form of learning, but sometimes you just want to go digital. Digital is growing a lot. Ever since post COVID, digital is popular, guys. But yeah, that's point number two. Always educating myself on topics that I like myself. I also I find interest in history, but as of now, I'm just focusing more on finance in my career, and that's I guess for now that's the only two things I'm educating myself on, which isn't bad, but you know, at least I'm still having this urge to learn. So number three is just for me. I'm sure a lot of people will recognize this, but in college, university, post high school, you have to take so many classes that aren't related to your major. And it kind of makes no sense for me because if I'm paying out of pocket, I know there's such thing as financial aid and stuff like that, but if I'm paying money to go to college, I want to get that I'm majoring in this thing because I want to major in it. I don't want to take those unnecessary classes that they claim necessary to build a core mindset, or like to know more, I guess. But for me, I don't really feel like it was useful to educate myself on useless topics that weren't related to my major. And it's, at least for me, it's kind of stupid that it was just extra things that I found myself just, I guess, just laying there, just thinking to myself, like, why am I paying thousands of dollars to take these classes if I don't even want to take these classes? I understand that you have to go through it. Everyone does it, but that's not a path that I wanted to take. I didn't want to take these classes just because I was told to. But of course, there were requirements in my major, but I didn't really care. I mean, that's why I dropped out. But so many classes aren't related to my major, but they weren't required. Number 4 is just the start of the video. I said your parents probably push you, blah blah blah. So me personally, I'm Asian. If you couldn't tell, I don't know what other race you think I was, but we all know how all Asians are, or even any race. They always push you to go to college, get this bachelor degree, and they always have this simple mind of thinking, oh, if you go to college and get a job or get a degree and get a job somewhere nice and get paid well, you're like, oh, you're gonna thrive in this economy. You're gonna create generational wealth. And realizing that that really isn't the path. After research, guys, jobs in this economy, having high paying jobs is nice, but it's not what it used to be. Back then, you could buy so many things. Apartments used to be like $500, but now they're up close, at least in the South, to $1,000 just for a 1-bedroom house or 1-bedroom apartment. And I kind of find that crazy. So, at least for me, I want to create generational wealth by finding other incomes. I don't want to rely on just one income and just praying that I don't get fired, or basically, I'm saying that I don't want to rely on one job. I want to create passive income. I want money to work for me. I don't want to chase money. I want money to work for me. And what I mean by that is just investing in stocks or just ETFs, maybe even crypto, but I'm not too into crypto, guys. That, I know crypto tax is crazy, but yeah, I didn't see college as an essential, and I'm not sure if this is the right thing to say, but I think for most majors, college is not essential. For most careers, college is not essential. You can get so many certificates, and I know some companies just want that degree, and I understand if you get your degree. I'm not hating on college students, but at least for me, I didn't see a point in it. At least for me, because it was just not what I was interested in. But yeah, that was point number 4. I was just getting peer pressured by my parents. Peer pressure. I used to fall into peer pressure so much. Everyone around me was going to college, or if they were under me, they were asking me like, oh, what college are you going to? Like, oh, what are you gonna do? It's like, oh, I'm gonna go to community college. Oh, I'm gonna go to university. It's like, getting this peer pressure of trying to compete is not something that that no one should do, I guess. Competition is nice. Don't get me wrong, but if it's toxic, or if you find yourself doing things that you don't want to do or that you don't enjoy, who cares? Just don't do it. Stop getting peer pressure, guys. But yeah, as I stated earlier, my parents just thought it was the only way, and granted, I thought that was the only way too. But after research, I'm not gonna create generational wealth in this economy with just getting a 9-to-5 job, guys. Last point. This kind of merges in with this last point, but most jobs they don't require a bachelor's degree. And if your major does, I guess, yeah, but what I'm trying to say is you don't need a major to apply for this or that. You guys don't realize the worth of certificates and just work experience, guys. And I've never really looked into it, so I can't have a say. But other things like other majors, like, oh, if you're getting if you're trying to be a doctor or dentist, I understand you going to school for that. You know, I'm not hating on that. But if it's like smaller things, like I guess just financing communications, I understand you could use your communications degree to help out, but I feel like you don't really need a major to go in majority of the job field, guys. That's all I have in this video today, guys, and I hope you guys have a good day. If you see this, or if you're seeing this video so far, just comment Honda, and I'll like your comment, guys. Have a good day.